Good morning from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It's Ryan, and on today's video, I figured I'd bring you for a drive with me as we got some snow last night. I'm not seeing any on the ground at the moment, so perhaps just a little bit up in the mountains that's holding. We're just gonna go for a little drive through Pigeon Forge into Gatlinburg and see how far we can get into the national park. So I just invite you to join me for a nice relaxing drive on this Friday morning. It's about 7:15, so maybe we'll find some coffee somewhere along the way, and I'll eventually make it back home. So let's go see what we can find. So as we cross over the Little Pigeon River into Pigeon Forge officially, I don't anticipate us finding much snow, but we'll at least be able to kind of see what it's like early in the morning here. Again, 7:20 now in Pigeon Forge and into Gatlinburg. We'll check out what the crowd levels are like here on a Friday morning, passing by Hatfield and McCoy, Dinner Feud, beyond the lens over to the left, and the Titanic Museum on the right. The snow park did open over here to the left at Rowdy Bear recently, as well as Ober Mountain is another place we could do some snow tubing. I'm gonna try to bring the kids up to at least one of them, if not both, as soon as we can. Go by the Sunliner Diner. Not sure what time they open up. Must not be till later because all the seats are on top of the tables. All the lights are still on at the inn at Christmas Place and the incredible Christmas Place store over to the right here. So we come up to Wares Valley Road. It's pretty quiet right now this time of day. Not too much traffic out. They turn off the lights here on the parkway, and this is a 12 Days of Christmas sign over to the left, but those go off at 1 a.m. Jurassic Jungle Boat ride over to the right here. Now let's take a left here. Let's go over here by the old mill. I will say I do miss the lights that they had over this old mill district sign, this little canopy. So they can bring it back. Oh, they're doing some work down below. Here, let me pull off and show you what they're doing. Looks like a number of ducks and geese out on the water in front of the old mill restaurant. I can see a few people inside, but looks like they're working on something over here at the bridge. It's a chilly, but a very peaceful morning for a walk here in Pigeon Forge. Perhaps this is why they don't have the lights above the bridge here, because they anticipated needing to do some work under it. Okay, so I have gloves, but I forgot them in the car, and I'm starting to feel it now holding the camera out. It is a cold Friday morning. But I will say, I am so grateful to be out and about, to have the ability to walk, see, hear. God is good. I'm glad to be out on a walk and take you along with me to see what I can see. Looks like there's hardly anybody at the old mill right now for breakfast. I think everybody just doesn't want to get out of bed, leave their warm covers to come out over here. And just across the street from the old mill, we've got the Pottery House, one of our favorite places to eat in the area. A lot of Christmas lights out and still on at the moment, but there's really nobody out here at the old mill district right now, except this brave guy over here to the right going for a run. But I'm like Alanis Morissette right now. I got one hand in my pocket and the other one filming this video. But let's go over here and figure out what these guys are out here in the cold working on at the old mill at the moment. So I did just talk to one of the construction guys, and they are just basically completely overhauling this bridge, which is probably the big reason why the lights aren't up above it at the moment. But perhaps next Christmas they'll have lights over the bridge. As I said before, it is a very chilly, but it's a beautiful morning here in Pigeon Forge. And the guy that I talked to who's working on the bridge said that they're hoping that they'll have the bridge completely redone by March. And he didn't mention that it would be needing to be closed down at any point. They'll be working as they are right now under and around the bridge. So from the old mill, we continue on past Dollywood Lane, working our way towards Gatlinburg. Did see a pancake place that was, I won't lie, a little tempting to perhaps jump in and grab a pancake or two, but we're going to continue on. You got all the lights on at Dolly Parton's Stampede. We're on the left here at like about almost 7:45. There's a couple people in the Cracker Barrel we just passed. We actually had the barrel last night for dinner. It was the kids' pick. So we went out to look at some Christmas lights at a kind of a little hidden location. It's off the beaten path. Somebody's house that they really do up well. I'll try to put that video up next. But you can see them working on the mountain coaster over to the right. I can see them actually putting some track in. But as we come up to this intersection here, you actually can notice there's a lot of trees that got knocked down. In fact, I'm gonna pull in here real quick. Check out all the trees they had to knock down here in front of this Great Smoky Mountains National Park Pigeon Forge entrance sign. So we'll keep an eye on that particular mountain coaster, what it's named, how long it is, all the details. So we're gonna go for a little drive through the spur. We've got the Gatlinburg Welcome Center, which they redid the sign for that we just passed up here on the right. So my car is currently saying that it's 41 degrees. The weather app says it's a little bit colder in Gatlinburg right now, which I'd like to get down into Gatlinburg, but let's take this bypass first and see if we can get a look at downtown Gatlinburg from above. As we come up to this Great Smoky Mountains National Park sign, I do notice that the temperature in the car, the reading is dropping as we are going up. Looks like it just dropped another degree. So we're down to 39 at this elevation. So I've been getting a little bit of rain as I've been driving, and now that we're up at this elevation, which has dropped another 3 or 4 degrees, it looks like little flurries now that I'm seeing rather than the rain. I just saw a little bit of snow on the railing on the side of the road. Let's see if we can come up here to this overlook and see what we can see of downtown Gatlinburg right now. I do see snow up on the roofs of some of the cabins straight ahead towards Ober Mountain. You can see there's nobody at the overlook right now except me and you who are watching. So let's pull in here and see what we can see. We're definitely getting a few flurries up here, just a little bit. And as I look down at downtown Gatlinburg, I don't see any snow on top of any of the buildings or the Space Needle. But as I look over to the left towards Anakeesta, the higher you go up that mountain, I am seeing some snow on top of some of the buildings over there. You can't really see Mount LeConte, at least the top of it at the moment, but again, a chilly but a beautiful day to be here in the Great Smoky Mountains. If I look over here to the right where the Ober Mountain tram takes you up to Ober Mountain, you can see some of the houses, including the Barbie house, has snow on top of it. And you can even see the platform where they have their cloud catcher zip line. And here's a zoomed in look at Mount LeConte. You can see lots of snow as the clouds are going up higher. You can see more and more of the mountain, again, just covered in snow up top. So I think I'm gonna head back down the bypass road and let's go for a drive through downtown to see what the crowds are like and eventually work our way over to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park entrance and see how far we can get into the park. From the bypass, we could take a left to get back to Pigeon Forge, but we're gonna take a right and head into downtown Gatlinburg. You can see the Gatlinburg welcomes you sign up above is not on at the moment. However, all of these trees and snowflakes on the light post are on. It is about 8:45 now. I was sitting up at the bypass just relaxing, looking out for a little bit. So let's see how busy it is downtown as we're coming up on 9 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. Again, I'm not expecting to see much snow downtown, but let's see if we can drive through downtown and head over towards the National Park. As we come up to Anakeesta, however, it was getting some snow up top. Here's a video that they shared from last night up at Anakeesta during their Enchanted Christmas that's going on right now until January 5th. We did a video up top showing all of their new Christmas decorations and new food that they're now serving, including their hot cocoa crawl. Doesn't look too busy right now. As we drive through downtown, looks like I'm gonna have to get over. I do see some snowmen here in downtown, but those are the permanent fixture snowmen, not ones that were made overnight. We got a pretty quiet morning here in downtown. Don't see a lot that's open at the moment. It's 8:51. By Puckers. Probably a lot of people watching the was it Steelers and Browns game last night there, which was a lot of snow in that game. I was watching a little bit of that until I eventually fell asleep. At the Sky Park, which has their lights over Gatlinburg right now, but I don't believe it's up and running yet today. No, it is running. There's just nobody on the chairlift. Ripley's has their doors all closed up, so they're just trying to keep the cold out. But passing by the convention center, again, just want to give you a look and feel of the crowds on this chilly Friday morning. There's more cops on this end of town. I don't know if these people parked their vehicles. At least the one on the left looked like it's just parked or something. I don't know what's going on. Got a nice, beautiful Christmas tree in front of Ober Mountain, which, as we just looked at, it does have some snow up top. So I'm not sure what their hours are today. I do see the tram coming down. So I bet you it's really pretty up at the top of Ober right now with all the snow that they are holding up there in higher elevation. Oh, this guy's got snow on his truck. This one does too. So let's see if we can figure out where those guys were coming from down this road. As we come up to this national park entrance sign, I am getting hit with a little bit of rain. So I think if we just get a little bit higher elevation, that should be converting to snow at the moment. I've got signs everywhere, more than I've ever seen, reminding people you can't have a commercial vehicle through these national park roads, but it's a beautiful little creek that we just went over. Let's see if we can go past the visitor center here. Again, we could go left and get up to Pigeon Forge, but we're working our way over to the Sugarlands Visitor Center. There's some snow in the mountain up ahead, and the sign to the right of us says Highway 441 is closed. It is indeed closed. Let's hop into the visitor center real quick and see if we can figure out how long it plans to be closed. 9 o'clock, they just opened the visitor center, which it is nice and warm in here. I'm gonna walk over to the store for just a moment since there's not too many people in here. Check out this snow globe with the mama bear and the two little bears. This is so cute for $25 here in the store. I have a number of Christmas ornaments for $10. I really like this bear one that they have. It's pretty. Since the visitor center is not too busy, I decided to go ahead and grab our annual tag, which is up for renewal. So that's taken care of whenever we do get into the national park. It's $40 a year, and we're able to park anywhere in the national park. So the park official I talked to said they're going to continue to monitor the road conditions throughout the day to determine if and when they'll open up for 41. So I can't bring you over towards any of the locations I'd love to get over to check out some of the snow today. So as I work my way back to the car, walking through this grass, you know, a lot of people don't think grass be wet in the morning, but it do. Okay, in all seriousness, I'm gonna head back home and go spend some time with Brie and the kids. But if you've made it this far in the video and you've enjoyed coming along with me, just hit that thumbs up button down below. And until next time, I'll see you on the next adventure.